Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I'm going to dive into, first off, we're going to do a connection spread, and then I'm going to look at how does it feel for the divine masculines to be loving the divine feminines. Wow. Okay, so I split the deck while I was saying that, and there is this surrender. I'm getting that the feminines are surrendering come what may, and the masculines are surrendering to acknowledging the love here, but they know that certain things need to fall, certain established reputation, things that they know others think of them that isn't their true self, the false constructs, the mask. They are sitting here in deliberation and waiting on the timing because they know it's only a matter of time until all these individuals, all these people who think of the masculines as living in this ivory tower in some way, the masculines are over here going, who is that life? I'm hearing the talking heads. This is not my house. This is not my beautiful wife. All that stuff. So the masculines are over here going, what have I constructed? That's not who I am. And they are surrendering to the love, knowing they want to come towards this love, but that they've got all this splaining to do. Is that from I Love Lucy? Oh my gosh, some like old school references there. But let's have a look. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the beautiful collective that joins me here? Oh, some card wanted to come out. Two of Orbs. So there is some transparency. I'm going to put that back in. But that card is about crossroads. And so there is a little bit of transparency that's going to be coming through the ethers, I just heard, before the new year. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of an update. Somehow there's going to be something. So masculines on the left, feminines on the right. Oh, this is really great energy. Okay, so we've got this. Wow, we've got love and ascension here. So where is the connection at? Everybody, this is the World card. This is the Two of Cups. This is love. We've got all this unexpressed emotion from the masculines, and we've got union from the feminines here. Look at that, you guys. So the World card can be a yearly thing. So we are coming up to the end of 2023. And so I do feel New Year's resolution here to focus on the love. This is stunning, and it gets better. Okay, I'm going to hold this up so you can see what it looks like on my table. We also have this divine feminine with life purpose coming up into the future. So, you know, we've got a king and a queen, Two of Cups, union, life purpose, ascension, rising up above the world together. Hello, this is like some of the most beautiful energy. So let's see what we can here. Before beginning this, I got the Hermetic Tarot. So let's see what this King of Cups is welling up with the emotion of intimately, in the intimate connection here. What is this King of Cups bursting at the seams to say? Knight of Candles, passion. Well, yeah, so there's a lot of emotion backing some growing passion here. Knight of Candles, it opened right to the page. Okay, the Knight of Candles is a troublemaker, a young, hot-headed libertine, passionate and high energy, but always with a reckless edge. This knight may be ruthless and potentially destructive in their pursuit of adventure, but their lust for life makes them hard to resist. They like it rough and will take their partner anywhere. Prepare for the ride of a lifetime. Wow, so feminines, your masculine wants to express how much they actually feel for you emotionally through some pretty intense anywhere, anytime kind of ride of a lifetime energy. Whoa, okay, so feminines have this union. 1111. I'm being drawn to the palace. You know, the Four of Wands can be, in this case, you know, living situation, stepping into a living situation that is above and beyond, or at least feels that way, feminines. So the feminines want that foundation, the home, they want their most beautiful environment to live and grow and love in. This can be a marriage card. So masculines, your feminine is seeing marriage with you. They are dreaming about that for the new year. What can we see from the feminine side for intimacy? Ooh, I got a few. The Magician, 8 of Candles, 5 of Roses. So yeah, feminines are still actively manifesting this connection. Masculines, like, they really have zeroed in on you being their choice. So the Magician, let's quickly go through these. This is such a different deck. I do like to read the cards. This says, a magician boldly takes matters into her own hands. She's already imagining what she will manifest. Exactly. Your feminine is manifesting union and designing this. Your feminine is seeing specific things, you know, that pottery on the top shelf, where they want to place things, how they want to live in the home. Enthusiasm and invigoration. Experimenting and reaching for fresh experiences. Paying attention to detail, researching and planning to up your game, then making it look easy on the night. So yeah, the feminines are very much anticipating, I guess, the sensual union that feels like it's inevitable in the energy. The next time, I would say telepathically, we're seeing a lot of exchange of sensual energies ramping up again, everybody. So if there's been a lull, you may be wondering, am I crazy? Is it really kicking up a little bit more? I would say this is a heck yeah. But 8 of Candles now. So this is my telepathic card. Hold tight, quickens, fast first dates, not being able to stop, unexpected news, and hasty decisions. So there's a bit of a warning here. There's so much lusty energy. It's like, okay, I just heard this is what divine timing feels like when it's mutual. So there is a mutuality here. We also have the card of separation here. So there does imply a deepening and a mutual next level, taking things to an ascended level here. The love, by things, I mean the love connection, and it kicking off when mutuality happens. Okay, 5 of Roses. Open to the page again. Expect disruption, a sharp realization that you've been mistaken in what you think is important. Appreciate the love and healing you receive. Okay, so something of a warning here, feminines. You might be concerned about something, overly concerned about something, or not really at peace about the separation. It said, appreciate the love and healing you receive. So it's like you are trying to keep a stiff upper lip, I heard, feminines. And so whatever it is right now that you're feeling like you're having to overly manifest, I heard, by innovating double time, like thinking about it while you're awake and while you're asleep, eating, breathing, sleeping, union, manifestation. Take a rest, feminines. Take a rest from it and trust. There is going to be love and healing coming in places you don't even know right now, that you're too amped up to really be receptive. And it's going to show you. So you're not going to screw it up, feminines, but you might cry a lot when the love and healing comes in ways that you didn't even realize you were too hyper or too anxious or too still giving too much. Trust the love, feminines, is what I'm feeling. Just trust it. You've got this. You've got this. This is such incredible energy. I'm a little bit amazed. So things are going and ascending to the next level here. But it's going to look like you divine feminines coming to the forefront with passion projects and multidimensionality and seeing this ignition. This can be the twin flames. You know, this passionate new beginning may not come in way of a romantic relationship in all the ways that you think that needs to look. It may take a little longer to get to a more traditional sense. Life purpose and innovation are here like crazy. So this passion, this new aliveness, zest for life, that is coming in. So back off on thinking it needs to happen overnight in some regard and really enjoy the ride right now. This is a message I've been getting recently where repeatedly I'm being told to tell the collective, when you get out of your own way, manifestation happens. And one day you wake up in that which you once intended to achieve, and it has crept up on you. It's happened naturally. And you say, wow, it happened. I remember when I wanted that. And then the ball started rolling, and I had to do all the things, and wow, we're here. I didn't even see that this is what it was feeling or how it was in the becoming. Don't watch the pot boil, everybody. Enjoy it. Really focus on that full aliveness, creation, innovation. There's nothing but good stuff here. There is no reason to be sad. Really allow all the time you need to heal, to enjoy, to get to know yourself, to create projects, to be inspired, to get out in nature, like all the good, healthy things, the wholesome things that you need to do, the energizing things. Fully live. Give yourself full permission to be present right where you are as much as you can every single day, and love it all. Love this life. It will all fall into place. Okay, so let's get into what does it feel like for the masculines? What does it feel like for the masculines to experience this journey? So I'm going to get, this deck is what are they experiencing? This one is how does it feel at this time to experience those things. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. How do the masculines think and feel about all the things on the journey? What can we see for the masculines as instruction in integrating that feeling? How are the spiritual awarenesses, the energetic awarenesses being uplifted through what they are feeling and thinking? And what do the feminines need to know about what we'll see here for the masculines? Okay, so what are the masculines experiencing about the connection? Unlimited potential. So they've come into an understanding that anything is possible. This journey has repeatedly, I just heard, brought them out of their expectations, their assumptions, and blown their mind. Many, many times they have seen that they don't need to look at things inside the box, that we are infinite, that we are eternal, that we have soul connection, and that defies logic. It defies so many assumptions. How do they feel about that? The Hanged Man. It's not just a feeling, it's a way of life. The Hanged Man energy is when the universe seems to put us in a headlock and create pause. They're coming out of that. So they have felt, literally they have sensed that when they believe in unlimited potential, when they have that remembrance that it's not just one way, that they are not limited, it's not written in stone, they are manifesting their reality, the universe gives them it budges an inch. And then they realize if it can budge an inch in this particular period of time, it could budge a mile. So that's the kind of energy, like they feel like they're getting the hang of this manifestation. I heard manifestation. So it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're starting to understand when they have the right alignment, They can get excited about what is possible. They don't have to feel limited or bound. Masculines, what is the advice for you? Galactic Council Crest, spiritual sovereignty, astral travel, and timelessness. So this is you coming out of the matrix, out of the mundane, out of the status quo, the expected predictive programming, and seeing that you are spiritually sovereign. You don't have to manifest your reality based on the cookie cutter templates. You can experience unlimited potentials. It's only limited by the questions you ask and the visions you can hold. And that it's timeless. There is an open potentiality that is not bound by any linear space and time here. You don't have to just monkey see, monkey do with your reality. What do the feminines need to know about that? Keep going to higher guidance. Keep speaking or seeking your own directives, your own knowing, your own next steps. Keep being intuitively guided, going into the Holy of Holies and seeking your own path forward. That will always bring you into alignment in ways you least suspect that are better than you can imagine, feminines. So stay in that beginner's eyes as well. What are the masculines thinking of their feminine right now? Soulmate, they're seeing how much healing you've done, how much progress you've made. If children are involved, they're seeing you as having to be an emperor. This looks like the emperor tree in this deck. They're seeing that you're having to keep it all together for your children. That's for some. They're seeing how you've had to be strong, how you've had to be your own inner masculine. They're seeing how, as well as you're doing it, that they can be a taller standing tree and kind of silhouette. I'm seeing them imagining being Big Spoon. How do they feel about seeing you having gone through all this? Wow, yin yang. We got the same card to clarify, but in the inverse. So this is my yin yang tumble. So they see how you're two peas in a pod. They've also had to go it alone and align with the things in a solo way. And they feel a lot of different things. They feel great empathy. They feel great compassion. They feel like they have a lot of insight into who you are. They feel like they can see into your soul in ways that others will never understand. They know you've been misunderstood. They know, Divine Feminine, that you have been incredibly strong. They see so much under the surface, and they know that you're a perfect pair. They know that they are one of the most, if not the most qualified person to love you, because they can see this without you even having to tell them your colorful history, your past. They know that no diamond is forged without pressure. Yeah, so it feels quite emotional. It feels also energizing to them. What is the advice, masculine? Spine of fire, true self, passion, motivation, and purpose. Yeah, you understand this righteous path. Masculines, keep aligning with your true self and purpose, because this is you coming out of that, we saw at the beginning, that tower that the world expects of you. And this is you aligning with your highest timelines on your terms, through trusting yourself and aligning with those, including your feminine, that can actually match your energy. What do the feminines need to know? You're going to get a love offer, feminines. Your masculine is going to tell you that they appreciate you. Something about your attitude, something about your heart, that you're doing well. They're going to give you a word of encouragement. A post, take it how it resonates. Whatever stage of connectivity you're in, they're going to up the ante with something that is going to make you feel like you are seen by them. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? They're surrendering. We already got that card at the beginning where, oh yeah, these were the two cards that I got at the beginning. The Tower, that 7 of Cups, and the Page of Cups, or 7 of crystals, coins, and Page of Cups. So this is the surrender. They are on the heart space. They are allowing this connection to be what it is. They're acknowledging this connection. They're acknowledging they don't have the answers. They're acknowledging it's surprising to them that they feel out of their element. They've never been here before. They've never felt this way for someone before. And they're not running. I'm getting they're not running from this. Four of Swords, right? They're pausing. They're letting it sink in. They're integrating this. They're adjusting. They are acclimating to what it feels like to actually let this sink in on the deepest level, on the heart space. So I'm getting goosebumps. Masculines are actively meditating in the feeling of surrendering to this love and allowing it to be what it is. They love all of you. What is the advice for the masculines? Cosmic calibrator, universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. Yes, they're repatterning. They're attuning to actual love instead of fighting it, instead of thinking it's too good to be true, instead of thinking that it's not what it actually is. They are sitting with it and letting it be real love. They are now telling themselves this is love. They're now backing up that evidence, or they're backing up the fact that they now are proclaiming to themselves this is love with the right evidence. Instead of arguing against it, they are in favor of it. Whoa, what do the feminines need to know? Stay in your humble strength. This is the eternal truth. This is the devil energy being overcome. This is, the beast sleeping, Beauty and the Beast. This is the calming of the beast. This is the winning of the heart. Feminines, you've won your masculine's heart. What can we see for how the masculines are thinking of their feminine? Victorious. They want the feminine to be on their side. They want the world to know about it. They want their friends, family to acknowledge this. How do they feel about that? Three of Swords. They know that some aren't going to like it. They know that there has been heartache in this connection where they haven't been so open to this being common knowledge. And so they know that they have to repair or release all of the things that now need to flip-flop in favor of this connection. For some, they've downplayed this connection and told others, no, I'm not into that person that way. This is eating crow, but it's more tender than that. I don't want you to run with that, feminines, and have a bad attitude. It's very, very sweet because the priority is they want to make you a priority. But they know that that hasn't been the case fully since the beginning, and that there are inconvenient truths that need to be acknowledged. So they feel a lot of tenderness. They feel a whole lot and some pain here. Excruciating in some ways. Guilt, shame, burden, embarrassment, immaturity. Like they're feeling foolish. I'm also getting. They're feeling frustrated and at a loss for what to do, but they know they want this victory. That's the shadow. For many, they are more in this energy. What is the advice for the masculine? Starseed Awakening, Cosmic Heritage, and Galactic Remembrance, 22. Okay, so I'm just hearing since 2022, masculines, you have been up-leveling. You've been, aligning with a more cosmic understanding of life and the meaning of life. There is an extraterrestrial focus for many, that you're seeing that we can't be the only life in the universe, that our earthbound issues are petty. There's a barbaric energy, all of that stuff. Masculines have had their eyes open to what really matters and how fickle, futile, limited a lot of the concerns on the planet really are, when there is so much more out there, so to speak, to be experienced. The masculines, I'm hearing them say it's not fair that we are so squabbling on the planet. Masculines know that there is a lot of healing that these connections are bringing to the entire planet, actually, is what I'm getting here. So feminines, if you think your masculine doesn't feel deeply, they're feeling deeply on such a conscious level that they know that they are ultimately contributors to the ascension of the planet. These conscious masculines understand how potent their influence into the world is. They understand how you are this cosmic light being in this dimension, leading those on the planet into more of a compassionate way of life. They really are rising up to see that this journey is no joke. It is absolutely immense with the empowerment that's coming through, this acclaim, this victory, this public recognition. They actually now see that the two of you can really make waves, move mountains, influence together. And they are kind of burdened by the fact they didn't understand that fully in the past. They would have done things differently had they been there yet. So what I'm seeing, masculines, is you've had to really come through sort of with blinders on to get to this more cosmic level, because you needed to stay in humility, because you needed the lessons from the inside out, from a more karmic inception, blossoming up through like a lily blooming up through the mud. You've needed to go through your rite of passage so you can empathize with humans. You starseed, you've needed to be kind of left in the trenches, grow up in scenarios that have been difficult so that you can solve those problems and do the healing. Healing is solving those karmic problems. And so as you have done that, as you've risen up, you now are more qualified to understand how to have those solutions that really make a difference. And that is this heartache, this cross to bear, is that you've come through it firsthand. I just heard walked through the valley of the shadow of death. So yeah, masculines, this has been needed for you to have empathy for other people going through the struggle. And because you are learning how to become spiritually sovereign and to live life on your terms and to not wear that mask and to be authentic and to align with someone like your feminine, that doesn't mean that this cross to bear, this heartache, is any easier. But if you keep going, you keep growing, you keep ascending and up leveling and overcoming, you will get to a place where you do gain more confidence, and you will more confidently be able to tell others, hey, it's easy, it's good over here. Put down the burden. Stop being something you're not. Rise up, step into the shoes. It's good stuff. Feminines, justice. This is how your masculine joins you on the higher timelines, is they have to get through enough of the healing to really see the benefit in overcoming. And when they get there and they see your connection as synonymous with overcoming that lower vibrational stuff, justice comes in, because this is when they are able and willing and ready to team up for this higher calling, for this higher mission. When they're not afraid of how others will look at them, they're not afraid of how others will look at your connection. Okay, what are the masculines wishing to manifest? They're putting one foot in front of the other, diligently going towards commitment, towards these higher timelines. The Knight of Coins always gets to the King of Coins, which is the entrepreneurial energy. It is the hubby card. It's the long-term legacy and commitment. So they're putting one foot in front of the other. They want to manifest success here. How do they feel about that? Some of them are crying. The Knight of Cups, this is the emotional opening. They're starting to really understand their emotions, because as they are committing to this path wholeheartedly, it's having its way with them under the surface. They are not, devoid of emotion. They're starting to really feel things unapologetically. They're so grateful, I just heard, for your patience with them, feminines. They're so grateful for that. That is a kindness bestowed on me I did not deserve, but now I want to prove to you that I would go to the ends of the earth for the rest of our lives to thank you for that with gratitude that you have given me. You have given me love. Wow, that's what I just heard. Beautiful. What can we see? The heart is awake. Yeah, masculines, this is what it feels like for your heart to be awake. This is love, innocence, and reverence. It doesn't matter what's happened before, masculines. It is a new day, a new dawn. So yes, feminines, be curious, be open, have beginner's eyes. This is uncharted territory. Watch it unfold. Don't feel like you have to effort here. Let it come. Let it develop. You've already put so much into balancing yourself out and seeing clearly what would be on the highest timelines. Now let that revelation unfold. What are the actions the masculines are taking? They're having internal progress in mindset shift, paradigm shift. They're seeing that they don't need to be in drama loops. How do they feel about it? They see union in sight, Four of Wands, but in the inverse, they feel they are the perfect complementary pair. We got a yin yang there. They are still developing their own soul confidence because of these paradigm shifts, these mindset shifts. What's the advice? Unification, seal of clairsentience, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. So yeah, masculines, you're on the right track. Keep looking at unity consciousness, togetherness, cohesion, harmony, win-win. Keep building together. You are reaching a critical mass where things are kicking off. What is the advice for the feminines? Keep tuning in energetically, telepathically. You are designing this together. It's happening. It's gathering steam. And there is going to be an overnight reveal for many who did not see this coming or were skeptics. So many have been impacted on this journey from masculine and feminine side of the energy. But when this stuff really comes to light, hits the fan, I just heard, it's going to be pretty amazing regardless. There is going to be some joy and celebration. In past energies, humanity wasn't quite there yet for these kind of relationships to come in without causing mass hysteria, jealousy, competition, negativity. I heard monkey poop being thrown. But the times are changing. Because on this journey, we've influenced so many skeptics to the better. More people will actually know that these are warranted connections despite their obstacles or apparent differences or the things that people might have had prejudice for. You name them, these connections will defy those odds and the logic. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? Putting down the burden and self-soothing while they do it. So going through the rite of passage, going through the fire and being their own comfort, their own inner feminine to prepare for their Queen of Pentacles, the wifey card, like bringing themselves through this alignment. What is the advice? So yeah, the masculines are understanding what it feels like to self-soothe and to comfort themselves and to buckle down and to not resent the things that they're guided to do or have to do. The stamina, the perseverance, they're starting to catch stride with that and feel empowered. They're starting to see that they are almost through their burden. And their emotions, their growing love here is easing that burden, but it goes hand in hand with actually having allowed this love to take burden away, meaning the masculines have been inspired to let go of people, places, and things that don't feel good to them because of this love. And so now they're seeing how it's not so far-fetched to come into union with their feminine advice, simultaneity, nonlinear processing, and epiphanies. So yeah, the feminines are also getting this divine intel and, you know, telepathically getting this information without even having to discuss in the physical. There is a synergy growing. Advice for the feminines, yeah, you're getting these epiphanies, these breakthroughs. That's what the Hanged Man gets, and that's another yin yang. We saw the Hanged Man for the masculines. So yeah, feminines, things are about to move forward because you're also getting these epiphanies. And remember, it's not a timeline of linear time, meaning days and minutes. Epiphanies move the energy out of pause. As soon as we have the breakthrough that pause is, it's sort of like time stands still so you can catch up to speed and get that awareness. And as soon as you get the awareness, the escalator starts moving again. That's the kind of thing in the energy that's happening. What is the solution? Is that where we're at? I think solution to this self-soothing through the burden. Yeah, being in this humble acceptance of things, masculines. How do they feel about that? King of Cups, we got that message to begin with, this big welling up of passion and emotion, like real love. They have never actually loved anyone before, feminines. How could they? They've never met their match. What is the advice? The journey, exchange, transference, chamber of teleportation. So yeah, masculines, this is what is teleporting you to your higher timelines. It is this slow build of this incredible love. Going to overwhelm them with passion. I just heard the masculines say, woo-hoo, masculines. Feminines, keep letting go and clearing through your karma and up-leveling through the things that you need to clear. Any distractions, any inconveniences, any loose ends, anything that you know still needs to balance out that has the potential to knock on your door while you're making love with your masculine, buckle down and just focus on getting that stuff balanced out so that when the time comes, you're going to be able to hang that sign, do not disturb, on your door and know that nobody's going to disturb you. So I'm hearing, better do it. What is the direction in the near future, next few weeks? Leap of faith, brand new beginning, the Fool. This can represent the new year. So that is one of the most poignant uncharted territory cards you could get for New Year's. And Hermit, coming out of Hermit mode. Masculines feel like they are going to be coming out of their shell. Yeah, beautiful. They're going to start opening up. What is the advice for the masculines? Seal of subtle luminosities, discernment, discipline, and order. Right. Masculines, you're going to know that you're having the discernment to actually bring order to this chaos and begin. Where do we begin? At the beginning, of course. What a beautiful message for coming into the new year. Feminines, so these Three of Swords, we have it for both here. So this is victory. These little fairies here are about to pull these swords out of the heart. Come into alignment with the right attitude. For some, you're pulling all the heartache out. I'm hearing for a lot of the feminines, there are still misconceptions and fears. Some of this can represent karma that's not cleared. Some of this can represent worthiness issues, telling yourself things that are not true about your beauty, your preciousness, your heart, the way others see you and you're received by your masculine. And then this is like, feeling like things are unforgivable, that there's no hope. Feminines, it's time to really adopt a different way of processing and control. This is like a control paradigm is what I'm getting for the feminines, that these wallowing energies or these assumptions are actually a control disorder. When we're stuck in worthiness issues and we cycle around in lower beliefs, that is a control disorder. And so we can unhook from that by taking each of those thoughts captive that are spiraling and cycling and actively replace them with a better feeling truth, whether that's just slightly better feeling, or we can take a step back and really see like a massive leap in and believe in something radically different than what we're telling ourselves. But if you can capture each one of those heartache thoughts, feminines, and really get real with yourself and say, is there another way I could interpret this? It takes a little bit of savvy to catch those thoughts, but don't let those little parasitic thoughts hang out inside your consciousness. This is your time. You have all the time you need to uproot all of those little wormy thoughts. Get them out of your psyche, feminines. Let go of control issues. Let go of those lower vibrational things. Okay, I'm going to get one more card. Compassion. Be a witness. So observe the thoughts. Release emotions. So masculines too. It's coming into the time of speaking from our hearts across the board. Transmute pain through love. Yeah, believe in the love, trust the journey. See the healing, see the wisdom, see the things overcoming. Seek to help others. Keep an open heart. Again, so if things are constricting you, you're not in the right scenario, or you're telling yourself the wrong things about your circumstance. If your heart's open, find ways to realize how that's happening, what that's about and why, and seek to live in that state more often. It's different for everyone. The specific things, conditions, circumstances are different for everyone, but that constriction and opening is the same. That is how we are best to navigate, by going towards the things that truly make our heart open and taking ourselves out of harm's way if we're experiencing that, whether it's a change of thoughts, perception, or circumstances. Sometimes we're asked to make major changes in our circumstances so that we aren't having to protect and guard ourselves all the time. Sometimes it's just a tiny little thought switched out for a slightly different way of looking at something. It makes all the difference, and the truth sets us free and our heart opens again. So yeah, task yourself to do one of those things per day that brings you into more of a heart open state than a constricted state. Okay, many blessings everyone. Bye for now.